It's no secret that JoJo's Bizarre Adventures is a strange series. With 8 parts and 4 major forms of combat spread through the entire manga and show, it's no secret that some of the things will get messy and mixed. However, one of the longest lasting abilities introduced in part 3 or 2, if you believe in Hermit Purple, being in the Bloody Stream OP, is stands, the manifestation of the user's spirit. The strongest stands in the series are Star Platinum, Heaven's Door, Tusk, and Gold Experience Requiem. But Child created from these 4 stands is even stronger than Tusk and almost on par with Gold Experience Requiem. Even though it's merely a natural born stand, you may be asking, James, but Stonefree isn't natural, and Jolene was hit by the arrow. And you were right. Jotaro has 2 kids in the series, and his second and older one is one that is greatly argued about being canon, named Jouta Kujo, with his stand Charmy Green. I should also mention that due to a story I am currently working on and probably will get published like a week, not published but posted on Wattpad in about a week, is going to make Jouta canon due to the whole Diavolo death thing. And just like Joseph, I know your question. James, okay, we get it. Jouta is canon, but why are you making this video? And I say, read the title. But no, really, Jouta is the last of 4 Joestars, and quite possibly was not affected by the universal reset, as it never reached its potential. And Joseph survived past it, so why wouldn't Jouta? And to this I ask, but how powerful is he? Now, to understand how strong Jouta Kujo really is, we have to start with a few basic facts. An adult male can run 1 mile, while a boxer can run 5. Boxer has a career of 5 years, meaning in those 5 years, they gain the stamina to run 4 extra miles. Jouta Kujo is as strong as a boxer. Star Platinum punches at 43 miles an hour and a rate of 52 punches a second. The barrage in Dio's World Part 2, the Mood of the Aura Rush, is a 4-second stand rush. Charmy Green is also physically identical to Star Platinum. I'm done, I'm leaving that in. However, that would also answer the question, how strong is Charmy Green? And it does, but not for the fact that is Charmy Green at the age of 3 days old. See, in JoJo's Bizarre Married Life, the dojin made by Charmy Green is a fusion of Star Platinum and Hierophant Green. And at 3 days old, he has the ability to use his stand at the same ability that he does at 10 years old, using all his abilities that I'm guessing Kakyoin wouldn't learn until his teen years, just 3 days old. And none of these even have like an impact on the 3-day-old child, when it's shown that Kakyoin, like, he can only do like 1 massive emerald splash before he starts getting exhausted. Now, I did mention that Charmy Green can be used as good at 3 days as at 10 years. So that would mean that he has a lot less stamina usage, or that Jouta Kujo got more stamina. So the question there is, how much stamina does he have? Which is where the facts came from. Now, we have to do math, which I tried doing a bunch of math for like how strong all his abilities are. Then I realized all his abilities are identical to the parent stand, except one because of stamina usage. Now, this is the fun part. If Jotaro can run 5 miles, then a single second in time stop is equal to 1 mile ran. Which would also explain how he got weaker over the 10 years he didn't time stop due to his school and work not requiring much strength. I mean, he's a marine biologist. Now, seeing as Jouta is equal to a human in strength at the age of 3 days and basic adult male can only run 1 mile, we can assume that Jouta, if he knew of his time stop at the age of 3 days, would be able to time stop for a second. But he doesn't show the time stop. Then we also think, wait, if Jotaro was training Jouta Kujo in Charmy Green at the same rate that he trains, how long would his time stop be in Part 4, Diamond is Unbreakable, which is part of the doujin that Jouta appears in? Doing some basic math, we can assume that, okay, so at the age of 5, he's been training like a boxer for around, I'm just joking, it was exactly 5 years. And we can safely say that Jotaro would be training Jouta like this, because Jouta is already the strength of a human. In fact, I actually think he can punch harder than a human, because he sends Polnareff across the room. So, okay. Now, there's 10 years in between Diamond is Unbreakable and Stardust Crusaders, which the end of Stardust Crusaders is when Jouta is born. So, in those 10 years, if 5 years of training increases your stamina by 4 miles, we can take the 1 mile he could already run, add 8 onto it for the 10 years of training, and in Diamond is Unbreakable, he can already outdo Jotaro Kujo, the strongest stand user in canon, by around, yeah, exactly 4 seconds. Now, okay, yeah, that's neat, but that's also the same length of time that Dio with Joestar blood could time stop. And that's at 10 years old, when Dio had his stand for 4 years, but he also didn't have any stamina. He was immortal, basically. Using this math, we could also get how long his time stop will be in total. And in total, his time stop is 25 seconds. Now let me explain. If at 10 years old, his time stop is 9 seconds, you'd say, okay, but wouldn't it be 12 seconds that he'd gain and not 16? And yeah, but he also goes through the age of puberty in the middle of this, which, going off of the math that I took and basically theories, is Jouta Kujo during the age of 10 to 15 would grow double than normal. He would hit it early because it's Jouta. Look at him, age of 10, and he looks like he's 16. So, since it would also hit him hard, he'd probably grow double. So, yeah, what's 8 plus 4 plus 4, due to the fact that he'd grow till the age of 25? That's 25 seconds. In 2014, if he was born at, I don't know the start date. Actually, I know the 2014 date because I used Diamond is Unbreakable as a reference point. So, in 2014, he could stop time for 25 seconds and was the second strongest stand, bypassing Tusk. Now, I know Tusk has that whole, yeah, I can move in time stop because of infinite spin. But could he really move in time stop, or was that just the spin continuing in time stop? Like, Tusk in the hole, when his arm is appearing through it, doesn't move. Diego looks into the hole and is like, oh, there's Tusk in there. Why is the arm still spinning? It's pretty obvious that Jouta is the strongest stand user, only beaten by Gold Experience Requiem with his Turn to Zero. Now remember, this is also assuming that he trained those whole 25 years, which he probably did, he's a Joestar, and that he doesn't know any stamina increasing powers like Hammond. Again, he's a Joestar, he probably does. Jotaro knows Hammond in Part 4. It's shown in the part where he stops time and goes to attack Kira. He does Hammond breathing. This is also assuming that he grows at that rate the whole time. His growing doesn't slow down or speed up because, again, Jouta. And that's also assuming that he doesn't take any breaks around the time of Diamond is Unbreakable, like past it, or around the times of Stone Ocean, which is 3 years before his full time stop potential. Now, before I am ranting, and I know for a fact my recording isn't very good with this, because I'm watching the previews and I'm getting echoes and I don't know why, but I tried doing math to determine how strong the Emerald Splash was. I tried doing math to determine how hard Jouta punches, and that math didn't turn out well. Apparently he hits with the force of like 200, no, not 200, 540 pounds, which is barely enough to send Polnareff flying like that. I also tried to use stamina of a baby before I actually, like, did research. Yeah, I tried making this without research. That did not turn well. But I'm just going to end this by saying, if you don't want that to... all that math I wasted, which was like an hour, doesn't sound like a lot, but I made this video in like, I want to say 20 minutes. If you don't want to waste that 1 hour of research I did, like and subscribe, and share, I guess. I want views. It makes me feel good. But, yeah. I should also have a video coming out within either tomorrow and next month about Fan-Made Stand. And all I'm gonna say is, Beastman.